Mother. I was just...
Deception, deception.
How was the DAR meeting, Mother? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting?
I did not go to the DAR meeting. I did not have the strength. In fact, I did not have the courage to go to the DAR meeting. I wanted to find myself a hole in the ground and hide myself in it forever.
Why would you do that, Mother?
Why? How old are you, Laura?
Mother, you know my age.
I thought you were an adult. But I was clearly mistaken.
Mother, please don't stare at me.
What is to become of us? What is the future?
Has something happened, Mother? Has something happened?
I'm just bewildered by life.
Mother, I wish you'd just tell me what has happened.
As you know, I was supposed to be inducted into office at the DAR meeting this afternoon. So I stopped by Rubikins Business College to see how your progress was making and to see about you having a cold.
Oh.
I introduced myself as your mother to your tapping instructor, and she said, "We have no such student enrolled at this school." And I assured her she did, that you had been going to school there for the past 6 weeks. And she said, "I wonder if you could be talking about that terribly shy little girl that," and I said, "No, my daughter, Laura, has been going to school." And she said, "Hold on, let me take out the attendance book." So she took out the book, and there was your name, unmistakably printed, and all the dates that you had been absent until they decided you had dropped out. And I still said, "No, there must be some mix-up in the records. There must be some mistake." And she said, "No, I remember her perfectly now. Her hands shook so she couldn't hit the right keys. And when we took our first time test, she got all nervous and it made her sick at the stomach. She almost had to be carried to the washroom. And after that, she never came back. We tried calling the house, but I suppose while I was working at Famous and Bob demonstrating those, I felt weak in my feet. I could barely keep on my feet. I had to sit down, and they fetched me a glass of water. All my plans for you, $50 tuition, gone up the spout, just gone up the spout like that.
Oh.
What are you doing, Laura?
I've just been walking.
That's not true.
It is. I've just been walking.
Where did you walk to, Laura?
All sorts of places, mostly in the park.
Walking to the park in my light coat, deliberately courting a cold?
It was the lesser of two evils, Mother. I couldn't go back. I had thrown up on the floor.
Till 7:30, till after 5, every day, you mean to tell me you've been walking around the park instead of going to business college just to deceive me?
It wasn't as bad as it sounds, Mother. I've been going inside places to keep warm.
Inside where?
Well, I went and saw the birds at the zoo. I saw the penguins every day. Sometimes I even skipped lunch and went to the movies. But lately, I've been going to the Jewel Box, that big glass house where they raise the tropical flowers.
Where'd you did all this just to deceive me, just for deception?
Mother, when you're disappointed, you get that awful suffering look on your face, the look that Jesus' mother had in that picture at the art museum.
Hush!
I couldn't face it.
So what are we going to do? Sit back and watch the parades go by? Amuse ourselves with the glass menagerie? To listen to those old phonograph records your father left behind as a painful reminder of him? We won't have a business career because that gave us nervous indigestion. What is left but dependency all our lives? I know all too well what happens to women who aren't prepared to occupy a position. Barely tolerated spinsters in the South living on grudging patronage of sister's husband and brother's wife. Living in a little mousetrap of a room, encouraged by one in-law to visit another. Little bird-like women without any nest. Is that what to become of us? Is that the future we've mapped out for ourselves? I swear it's the only alternative I can think of. Laura, haven't you ever liked some boy?
Yes, I liked one once. I came across his picture a little while ago, actually.
He gave you his picture?
No, it's in the yearbook.
Oh, a high school boy.
Yes, his name is Jim. Here he is in The Pirates of Penzance.
The what?
The senior class. It's the operetta that the senior class put on. He had a wonderful voice. Me and him sat across the aisle from each other every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Here he is, for winning the Silver Cup for debating. See his grin?
You must have had a jolly disposition.
He used to call me Blue Roses.
Why he call you such a name as that?
When I had my sis, when I came back, he asked me what was wrong. I said pleurosis. He thought I had said blue roses, so ever since then, every time he see me, he'd holler, "Hello, Blue Roses." Ugh, that girl he went out with, Emily Meisenbach, I never cared for her much. She never struck me as a girl that could be too sincere. I was looking in the paper the other day and saw they had been engaged. That was about 6 years ago. They must be married by now.
Haven't you... girls that aren't prepared to occupy a position usually end up with some nice man.
But, Mother,
What?
I'm crippled.
Laura, I told you never to use that word. You're not crippled. You nearly have a slight defect, hardly noticeable even. When people have a slight disadvantage like that, they cultivate other things like charm and vivacity and charm. That's what you'll do. One thing your father had plenty of was charm.